Hello everyone, good morning. So guys, 9th January is our snap third slot, and I'm sure the question that is running in the minds of all the students, all the examination aspirants is that kal ke liye, for tomorrow, what should be our last minute preparation when it comes to verbal ability and reading comprehension? What should be the 11th hour preparation? What should we revise? What should we look at? Based on slot 1, based on slot 2, what are the question types expected? So this video will answer all those questions and more. So let's have a look. So first, let's see the different types of question types which are expected based on slot 1 and slot 2. As all of you would know, guys, idioms has been a constant fixture. Slot 1 may be idioms the, slot 2 may be idioms the. What were the idioms? Okay, you were asked idioms like what is war of the words? Okay, war of the words idioms पूछा गया था. What is talk 19 to the dozen? Okay, 19 to the dozen पूछा गया था. Right, so idioms दोनों slot में थे. Both the slots had idioms. Figures of speech. You were asked to identify the figures of speech, especially in slot 1. For example, which is a simile, which is a metaphor. You were asked to identify the parts of speech. For example, so. So दिया गया था. Whether so is used as a conjunction, whether so was used as an adverb, whether it's a preposition, what is the function of so. So parts of speech questions were there, figures of speech questions were there, idioms, there were questions on idioms, compound word. Now this is something which was, a lot of students, were not aware of it, and they were caught a little off guard by what is a compound word. So the compound word that was asked was rain check, correct? Collective nouns. If you remember both the slots, guys, just a choir of singers. Choir of singers tha, there was a collective noun question. Analogies again important in both the types, both the slots में analogy के question थे. So there was a question on sea and breeze, then there was the question on lemur being a monkey, correct? So this was the question that was asked in slot 1 and slot 2. So compound words, collective nouns, analogies, fill in the blanks. There were approximately 6 fill in the blanks in slot 1. 6 fill in the blanks. Now what is important to understand here is, guys, that these fill in the blanks were not that vocabulary based, they were more grammar based. There were questions on, इसमें prepositions पे question पूछा गया था, phrasal verbs पे question पूछा गया था. There was the hold up question, the held up question. There were questions on articles. So this is important, guys. Fill in the blanks were grammar based, but yes, vocabulary is also important, and there was para jumbles. Now, guys, if you have looked at the question composition and the level of difficulty of slot 1 and slot 2, you will understand that there is a lot of focus on figures of speech, there is a lot of focus on parts of speech, and there is a lot of focus on pure areas rather than application areas. They are basically testing you on your knowledge of what is a conjunction, what is an adverb, what is a simile, what is a metaphor, what is an idiom, which are the common idioms, what is a compound word, what is a collective noun. So they are mainly testing you on, this is very important to understand. Okay, what are they testing? They are mainly testing you on whether you are able to establish the relationship. So they are testing you a lot on the theoretical aspects. So this was something which was very unique, and this was something which was very important, and snap usually does that. There have been questions on prefix, there have been questions on suffix, and there was no RC. So there was no reading comprehension in slot 1 and slot 2. Now what is expected and how should you prepare for these question types? So guys, last minute, आज आप क्या करोगे अपना verbal ability और reading comprehension का preparation के लिए? How much time should you give to that preparation? Now see, guys, mainly I want you to focus on these areas. I want all of you to brush up on your prepositions. Now when I say brush up on your prepositions, guys, there are two aspects that you should cover here. First of all, guys, जो commonly confused prepositions है, okay, the commonly confused prepositions, I want you to understand the difference between them. So quickly, guys, all of you are going to brush up what's the difference between and among. Okay, what is the difference between near and nearby, right? What is the difference between along and across, correct? What is the difference between until and unless? Okay, are you getting my point? Until and unless. What is the difference between for, from, and since? Very crucial. For, from, and since. So you're going to brush up your common preposition knowledge. कि in कब use होता है, on कब use होता है, why is it, what is the time, by your watch and not what is the time in your watch. Please fill the form in pen and not please fill the form with pen. So these common prepositions and commonly confused prepositions आप देखोगे. For example, अगर 10 years दिया है, you will use for because it's a period or it's a duration. If it is, if they've given, let's say 9 p.m., then you can use since 9 p.m. because it's an exact time marker. Okay, so these commonly confused prepositions, you're going to look at the difference between them. If there is a landmark given, तब आप near use करोगे, near the airport, near the railway station. If there is no landmark given, then you will say nearby. I live nearby. After this, you're going to focus mainly on the common preposition combination. What do I mean by the preposition combination, guys? जैसे relationship. जब relationship आता है, which preposition do you use? You use with, relationship with someone, afraid of something, adhere to something. So the common preposition combinations, कौन सा word, कौन सा preposition लेता है. These are the two aspects that you have to revise. Idioms and phrases, please go through the common idioms and phrases, or just give a sectional on idioms and phrases, because see guys, there are thousands of idioms and phrases. कुछ भी आ सकता है examination में, but what you have to understand is when you give a sectional, you have to see basically whether you are able to analyze the idioms. Why? Because there are two types of idioms. एक जो होता है वो mythology पे based होता है, or something which you cannot really analyze. It's more to do with situation. For example, kicked the bucket. Okay, now nobody can think that, okay, kick the bucket, how do you analyze it and how does it mean he died? We can't say. But the idioms that have been asked in the SNAP examination can be analyzed. War of words. Just focus on war. War of words. Focus on the connotation. Is it positive? Is it negative? Elimination of options practice करो. So idioms को analyze कैसे करना है वो हम जरूर practice कर सकते हैं. So for that, guys, give a sectional, give a mock, give a quiz. Okay, figures of speech, please make sure that you've brushed up on all your figures of speech. We have done 22 types or 22 figures of speech, guys, with examples. What is a simile, what is a metaphor, what is personification, what is pun. But see, I would advise you कि आप simple वाले कर लो, एक बार brush up कर लो, what is alliteration, the common ones. Snap will not generally question you on, okay, what is synic, docky, एंड इन सब पे आपको क्वेश्चन नहीं करेगा. सो जो सिंपल वाले हैं, जैसे एज और लाइक का यूज होता है तो वो सिमिली हो जाता है. ओके, व्हेन इट इज मोर अबाउट सिंबोलिज्म, लाइक ही वाज अ लायन इन द बैटलफील्ड, वो मेटाफर हो जाएगा. ओके, व्हेन देयर इज अ रेपिटेशन, सैली सेल्स सी शेल्स एट द सी शोर, स एस 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 एस, वो क्या हो जाएगा? दैट बिकम्स एलिटरेशन. करेक्ट. सो जस्ट मेक श्योर दैट यू आर गोइंग थ्रू द कॉमन फिगर्स ऑफ स्पीच, राइट? Function, please focus on the parts of speech. Now of course grammar rules you can revise, guys, but mainly I want you to see the function of the, because the questions are elementary level but the questions are a little tricky because they are testing you more on the theoretical aspects. So what is the function of a conjunction? What is the function of an adverb? Adverb mein leke, for example, students have a lot of confusion. For example, if I say that, let us say what are the different uses of an adverb. So students think, okay, adverb means something that adds to a verb or something which describes a verb. Please listen carefully. Carefully becomes an adverb. He walks slowly. Slowly becomes an adverb. Yes, that is a function. But there are two more functions, guys. What are the two other functions? And Snap has tested you on this function. What is that other function? If I say, guys, that it was a very boring film. It was a very boring film. Now, film becomes the noun. Correct? Film noun hai. Okay. Boring. Boring is describing the film. So anything which describes the noun will be called as an adjective. Very kya ho gaya? Now, very, guys, is describing the adjective. How boring? Very boring. So very here is called as the adverb. So adverb describes a verb. Adverb can also describe an adjective. Very boring, so boring. Correct, so pe question tha. So very, so, quite boring. Okay, fairly boring. So it can also describe the adjective and it can also describe an adverb quite easily. Okay, very easily. So they are also called as adverbs. So in function, so guys, that's what I want you to do. I want you to focus on the function. What is the conjunction used for? What is a preposition used for? Because if they ask you to identify the function of that word, you should know the function of that part of speech. So this is what you have to revise. Now the next question that will come into your head is, ma'am, where do we revise this? So guys, just join the group Unacademy _Ritu Dudhoria. I have posted the important session links, guys. If you go on the link section of the group, आपको इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन लिंक्स दिखेंगे, सेशंस ऑन idioms and phrases, सेशंस ऑन figures of speech, sessions on analogies. We've discussed the different types of 93 questions almost, guys, in yesterday's special class. What are special classes? Free, live, special class on the Unacademy Learning app. 93 types of analogies and vocabulary questions ka PDF we have discussed yesterday. So I want all of you to just join the group Unacademy _ Ritu Dudhoria. You will get all the material that you require there as a as a folder with the important session links. But guys, these are the areas that you should focus on. Last minute preparation में prepositions revise कर लो, idioms का एक sectional quiz या mock दे दो, figures of speech एक बार revise कर लो, what is simile, what is metaphor, function of the different parts of speech, revise it. Analogy, relationships, guys, analogy, relation, different, snap is giving you unique types of relationships. Synonyms and antonyms का relationship नहीं आया है. If you see lemur, and if you see the question that was asked, lemur and monkey, they're basically asking you type. This is a type based or a subcategory based relationship, correct? So if you see sea and breeze, these are all unique types of relationships that snap is asking you. So please make sure that you revise the different types of relationships. For example, it could be anything, guys. For example, singular plural ho sakta hai. Let's say radius and radii, correct? Singular plural relationship ho sakta hai. It can be as simple as something like clips and paper. What is the relationship? A clip binds a paper, correct? So clips and paper. So thread and beads aa sakta hai, cement and brick aa sakta hai, like a cement binds a brick, a clip binds a paper. Okay, so you basically have to understand the different types of relationships which are out there. Profession based relationships aa sakta hai, tool based relationship, tool based relationships can come, profession based relationships can come. Let's say something to do with like lemur and monkey, basil and herb. Okay, basil is a herb, right? That type of relationship can come. Anything, for example, trickle and gush. What is the relationship between trickle and gush? You're talking about the intensity. This is less in intensity, this is more in intensity, correct? So you basically have to understand the different types of relationships, for which do watch the video. Okay, just go on the group, important session links में आपको analogies का relationships भी मिल जाएगा. So guys, understand the relationship and just see if you can fix a word. You can convert this into a phrase. For example, clips bind paper. Basil is a type of herb. Trickle, less intensity of gush. If you can describe that relationship and see into which option it fits, you're through. So mainly focus on the relationships. Root words revise kar lena. Collective nouns, common collective nouns, just acquire. Simple wale, guys, not difficult. Okay, even if you decide to skip this because you're focusing mainly on LR and quant as well, it's okay, because very basic types of collective nouns are analyzed, but this will hardly take a time of 15 minutes. Commonly confused words, जैसे मैंने बताया था आपको, near, nearby, beside, besides, very, so, etc. For example, if I say the tea is dash hot, correct, the tea is dash hot, you will not say the tea is too hot. No, you will say the tea is very hot. When will you say the tea is too hot? You will say the tea is too hot to drink. When will you say so hot? The tea is so hot that I cannot drink it. So common collocations ध्यान में रख लेना. Not only but also, either or, neither nor. So these are what you have to revise in the last minute. How much time should you spend on this, guys? Order of reference यहाँ पे दिया है. First go through the prepositions, that is very important. Phrasal verbs, prepositions, idioms. Mock दे दो, sectional दे दो, सारे figures of speech जो 22 types of figures of speech है revise कर लो. But the common ones, even if you do the top 10, जैसे simile, metaphor, alliteration, you're safe. Function of the different parts of speech, noun क्या होता है, pronoun क्या होता है, basics revise कर लो. Okay, analogy, go through it. Different types of relationship समझ लो. Mock दे दो, sectional दे दो. You will get to know the different types of speech. What is collective noun? And guys, there was a new question that was asked which stunned a lot of students. Compound word. Guys, why are you all so confused on it? What is a compound word? Rain is a word. Check is a word. When you put them together, this rain check also becomes a word. So the individual components are meaningful and the collective word is also meaningful. That becomes rain check. So it's now common sense as well, guys. Okay, you have to compound. What is the meaning of compound? Simple and compound. Don't we know the difference between these? So guys, common sense. Okay, what is mainly important now is mocks, mocks and mocks. Okay, do not forget, guys. Sectional though, mocks though, 1 घंटे का ही तो paper है. You can give even 3 mocks, right? And you will be able to cover all the concepts. So mock, mock and mock. Where should you give these mocks? Unacademy Learning App. So I want all of you to download the Unacademy Learning App Be regular to the sessions, guys. Nothing, guys, I am giving you the guarantee, जितना हमने डिस्कस किया है उसके अलावा और कुछ आया नहीं है. So everybody, the rules, the concepts, Unacademy learning app, download it. Be regular to the sessions, guys. Cat Live daily, I meet you every day at 5 p.m. okay, on Cat Live daily. So I hope this video helped all of you. You got a study plan on what your last minute preparation should be. So join the group, guys, Unacademy_Ritu Dudhoria, for the links, for the documents, and for the discussion. And I will see you on the other side. Okay, special class attend karo, guys. What are special classes? Free live special classes for preparation on the app, on the Unacademy learning app. I meet you at 8 p.m. और guys, आज हमारा master class है at 9:30 p.m. 9:30 p.m. is our master class for snap, guys. कल snap है. कल की प्रिपरेशन के लिए मास्टर क्लास है. अ लास्ट शॉर्ट वर्बल सेक्शनल और मॉक का प्रैक्टिस आपका यहाँ पर ही हो जाएगा. So verbal के लिए, guys, do attend the 9:30 session. We're going to focus on all the areas. And to unlock the free plan, to join the special classes, take the plus subscription, use the code RITUMBA. Why should you take the plus subscription? Batches beginning, guys. Full-fledged batches starting 6th, 9th, 8th, sab din. Okay, Unacademy Combat. Do use the code RITUMBA to unlock Unacademy Combat and win vouchers, win exciting prizes. It's India's largest fortnightly competition for CAT. So those who are preparing for CAT, you've got to attend this. You've got to win the vouchers. You've got to come at the top of the leaderboard. The next combat is on 10 Jan. Use the code RITUMBA, guys. और कोई कोड नहीं. रितु मेरा नाम, MBA हमारा गोल. So ये कोड लगाओ और Unacademy Combat ज्वाइन करो. शिवम चंद्र का सेशन है, guys. Please attend it, get to know the tips, strategies, कैसे solve करना चाहिए, all of this, and just use the code RITUMBA. Select the plan that best works out for you for your subscription. Start now. January batches, don't miss out on this, guys. Beginner level batches hai, advanced booster courses hai. So all stops are being pulled. No stone has to be left unturned from your side as well. Okay, so thank you everyone. Like, share, and subscribe. Hope you've got a good idea, and I will see you on the other side. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.